Okay, we've started. And we're back! We're back again! Drunk grammar, ladies and gentlemen.
Drunk grammar!
Yay! Woo! So you're asking yourself, who is this lovely lady? Because that's not Wood. No, it is not Heather Wood. This is Shannon O'Dowd.
Mm-hmm.
Now we are going to...
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, we're going to start the timer. Shannon, tell us about yourself.
Oh my gosh, no pressure. Okay. I am a host and commercial spokesperson, as well as being a media trainer, and I am a TV hosting coach.
Wow, that sounds really important and impressive.
Well, it's kind of like I'm either on camera or I'm teaching people how to be on camera.
So she's going to judge everything I do today and tell you all the reasons why I should not be hosting this show.
Well, no, that's not true, because I've seen episodes of this before and I was very impressed, and so I really wanted to be on the show because I'm a fan.
Oh, well, I'm a fan of Shannon because did I just say Shannon? Shannon. That's my Philly coming out. Shannon. Yeah, because she's
that what
super
happens
rad.
with the wine?
The
You get
wine.
more Philly?
Yeah, she's super rad. She's super rad. And honestly, she turned my whole husband's life around. Or maybe my husband's whole life around. Not my whole husband's life around. That wouldn't work. But my husband's whole life around, because she introduced him to the world of hosting. And if you've met my husband, which you did, if you go back one episode or maybe two, possibly three, I don't know how many because I don't edit this. But if you go back a few episodes, my husband's on there and he discovered that he has a love for hosting. And who knew?
He's good.
And, yeah, there you go. And he wouldn't have known that if this sweet, wonderful lady hadn't said to him, hey, idiot, you're good at that. All right, so time's up. Time for what we're drinking and what we're splaining. So what are we drinking today? We're drinking the old standby Apothic Red. You really can't go wrong with Apothic Red. You feel good about Apothic Red?
I do feel good about Apothic Red. My cousin turned me on to this several years ago, and it's very popular at Bevmo. It's always on the 5-cent deal.
Yes.
Let's talk about a good deal.
Girl.
I'm a cheap mix. So for me, you get this is probably somewhere in the $10 to $12 range, and then you get the second bottle for 5 cents. Sign me up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Did you
It's
have the
full-bodied.
Apothic Brew ever? It's the
No.
one it's red, but then it has coffee infused in it.
Stop it. Stop it.
Yes.
Stop it.
Yes, I feel like Stefan. Yeah. Sean hates it. He hates it with every bone in his body, but I love it. I love it.
It sounds like it could be awesome or terrible.
Oh, I feel like it's the raddest ever. I was like, if you just put some dark chocolate on top of it, it is the trifecta of all the things that I love.
I love that you're bringing Rad back.
And yeah, you gotta. Well, she's not here tonight, but my girl Heather Wood, Rad is definitely
That's
her
thing. Vernacular.
You know how you have friends that you text back and forth, hey, I really like you. Just a little affirmation for the day. Our affirmation to each other is, hey dude, you're rad.
Oh.
And I'm like, no, you're rad. She's like, no, you're rad.
I mean, I'm a child of the 80s. I'm a fan of the word rad.
So what we're splaining today, Shannon had said there is a grammatical point that she would like to talk about. Hit it, Shannon!
Well, I didn't know if you wanted to actually do it.
We're doing it.
So I coach people to speak on TV a lot. And I've had kind of a recurring issue with clients going on nationally syndicated shows or just even major market shows and saying me and Kelly went to the mall.
Oh, girl.
On live national television. And I'm like, if you are positioning yourself to be a TV personality or a TV host, it's our job to speak for a living, and you can't say that.
No.
So I've had to, as gently as possible, explain how that is not grammatically correct, but I feel like this is a common problem that we should speak to.
Yes. Well said. Well said.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is a thing. And here's the thing. If you're, my argument is if you're on a nationally, broadcast thing, they should bleep you. That's almost as bad as cursing.
Well, I mean, often it's live or live to tape, so
Girl.
there's very little post editing happening.
So if you're a host,
Mhm.
like, is grammar part of your studies?
No.
Oh God, it should be. It's so important. It's so important, especially if you're having to improvise. If you ever like just come off the cuff with things.
Yeah.
Like, how can you do that if you don't have a basic understanding of what we're talking about? You have to know the rules before you can break the rules. Oh my God.
Well,
Okay.
you also have to, I mean, you also kind of have to take on that it's a very interesting climate in terms of like what kind of content we're consuming.
Okay.
And host like never before. You don't have to be this cookie cutter, beautifully crafted Ryan Seacrest. You can be all shapes and sizes and backgrounds and education
Colors.
levels and
Here's the thing.
grammatically correctness.
I'ma just say
levels.
that I am not your traditional host, but
She's good,
I
right?
got to use the right words.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, and this is where Heather would be
I
like,
have to drink.
Heather would be like, the hedgehog's coming for you. Hedgehog's coming for you.
Is it Heather the Hedgehog?
Heather is my partner.
I know, but maybe we name
We
it
should name the hedgehog.
I called it a porcupine. I'm sorry.
It's okay. He's got some spines. We put him on my head at one point, and he sat there for a while. Here's the thing. The hedgehog would say, you're about to go into it, but I am about to go into it. I just feel like...
Can you say something silly so I can squeeze it?
Yes! World peace can be achieved by good grammar. Yes. No, I just feel like we gotta have the same set of rules. Here's the thing, no matter what we look like, no matter how refined or unrefined we are, we have to have the same set of rules. If we're not communicating with the same set of rules, it would be like if you're trying to do a math problem, but you're using different integers that people don't understand each other. Then you're going to come up with different equations. I can't believe I'm using a math reference right now.
I can't believe you just said integers.
It's happening.
I think that was pretty hot.
I'm excited.
I don't think you've ever looked sexier.
Oh, she's so sweet. I like her.
Integers.
So
That was
sweet.
amazing.
So here it is. What Shannon is talking about is a basic pronoun problem.
Okay.
That's what's happening here. Now, what do we know about pronouns?
Are you asking me?
I am, just because I want to know, like, in your understanding of pronouns, what do you know about pronouns?
I mean,
Like, if your little girl said, "Hey, what's a pronoun?" What would you say?
it is a variation of a noun. I don't know.
Okay. My favorite definition that I ever got for a pronoun was from a sweet little girl that I was teaching. I was teaching sophomores at this point a few years ago
I'm gonna feel really
at a
bad.
school, and I said, "Okay, guys, what's a pronoun?" And she was like, I mean, literally, like, her arm was up. She was ready to go. I said, "Yes!" And she goes, "It's a professional noun."
A professional noun.
A pronoun. It's a professional noun.
Oh, it's a pronoun.
And she was dead serious. Dead serious. So I did what any responsible, supportive teacher would do. I went and told all the other teachers so we could all laugh at her all day. Went and told the head of the school. I said, "Hey, yo, do you want to know what we..." And he was like, "No, she didn't." We laughed so hard. We had so much fun.
I feel like I gave a really bad answer for pronoun, and you're trying to make me feel better.
No, it was great. No, you are... No, you're... Shh. No.
So my whole thing, when I explained it to her, and
Yes.
you can tell me if I was way off.
Hit me.
But she came to see me after, and she's like, "What did you think?" And I was like, "Well, great job, but we got to talk about this thing that you said."
This thing that you said.
I'm like, when you say me, it's the object.
Okay, I'm feeling good. I'm
Yeah.
happy. I'm happy.
And I'm like, and also, you have to be able to take, if you're saying blank and Linda went to the da-da-da-da, the sentence still has to work without, if you take out the and Linda or the and friends or whatever you said, the sentence still has to work. So you wouldn't say me went to the mall. All right, you'd say I went to the mall. Right?
I
so
love
you can't
it.
say me and Linda went to the mall because
No.
it doesn't work. And
Unless-
is there, please tell me if
No,
I'm wrong, but she seemed to get that.
Yeah. No. Okay, everything Shannon is saying is 100% correct. Like, as my sister would say, 100p. Now,
I like that too.
here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm gonna break this down.
Are we going to use this?
I probably.
What is this thing?
This is the
again?
orb of grammar. It means that
Oh.
you said something amazing. In which case we go. And when one of the kids said something right, I would throw it at their head, and it would hit them, and it would go. And I was like, "Look at you! Orb of grammar has attacked you." So they liked it, and I was told them, "Look, you're learning a bunch of things. You're learning good grammar, and you're also learning, reflexes. Come on, let's do this thing."